At long last, yesterday marked the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who. 60 years since the very first episode, An Unearthly Child, was shown on BBC One at 5:16 PM. And of course, the celebration starts in earnest this Saturday with the first of the three 60th anniversary specials, The Star Beast. But a fair few things happened on the day itself as well, little bits and pieces. So without further ado, let's recap Doctor Who Day 2023. So the first thing we got was news of something happening down in Cardiff Bay, which by the time this video goes out will have already started. I believe this is happening between 5:30 and 9:30 today, tomorrow and Saturday, from the 23rd until the 25th, down in Cardiff in the evening, and it's basically kind of like a water-based projection type thing. I'm not fully sure until we actually see photos of it kind of in action and videos and stuff, what it'll be, but that's my understanding of it. Some kind of video clip sequence, like a 5-minute sequence that is projected somehow down into Cardiff Bay, and it all lights up and looks lovely, and it's basically kind of like a little celebration of the show with various clips and bits and pieces, including, by the look of it from the little teaser, we got a brand new clip of Ncuti Gatwa, or at least one clip of Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor, so that's very, very exciting. Very jealous and envious of anyone who is based down in Cardiff who can go and see this. By all means, if you are down in Cardiff, make sure you do check this out, because it's going to be something to remember, no doubt. Next, we had news of a brand new official Doctor Who podcast coming from the BBC and BBC Sounds, like the other BBC podcasts that they've had for other shows in the past, things like Line of Duty or whatever. This is going to be hosted by Crystal D, obviously of the fan show fame, alongside Terrell Charles, I believe he's called, and Gina Dawson, who is a writer who did Redacted and The Good Doctor, and the 30th Doctor novel, amongst other things as well. So that's the trio, the three of them, doing little breakdowns, little after show type things about each episode of Doctor Who straight after it's aired. And Rusty Davis is also going to be popping in as well to share some thoughts and insights and bits and pieces as well. So hopefully this should be kind of an essential listen, really. I mean, the podcast element, there are loads of Doctor Who podcasts. It's great to have an official one, I suppose, but yeah, I suppose the real thing we'll be coming to this for is Russell and his insights there, and hopefully they will be worth your while. We had the brand new illustrated hardcover edition of Russell T Davis's novelisation of Rose released today as well. The first episode of the revival, very timely with Russell's return obviously on Saturday, with the beginning of the RTD2 era. So we did already know about this, we had already seen the cover and everything. We've also been treated to some lovely preview spreads, some lovely art of the TARDIS and Rose and the Doctor. That looks really, really nice. We had a 60 years in 60 seconds little video trailer type thing, which was really, really nice to see. We've seen fans do stuff like this before, so to see an official version from the Doctor Who social media channels, not least because it contained a brand new bit of footage right at the end. So we go through all 60 years of Doctor Who, or all 59 years. We end with 2022 with a shot of Regeneration from Power of the Doctor, with David Tennant returning. And then for 2023, we get a little preview clip of what appears to be this year's Christmas special, with Ruby Sunday running down a corridor to meet the Doctor. There, Ncuti Gatwa, the 15th Doctor, in yet another new outfit, like a kind of blue jumper/cardigan thing. So yet another new outfit for this Doctor. Presumably in the space of this one episode, his debut episode, he's going to undergo a number of costume changes, because it's like the brown leather jacket as well. There are various other costumes, like the first one that was announced. There was the one he wore, like the kilt type thing with a black leather jacket when he was out in Cardiff with that massive snowman head. So yes, presumably lots of costume changes, lots of costumes in this one story. But yeah, a lovely, lovely surprise to see this at the end of this video. Really, really nice little nod to the future. Also around about lunchtime, we got the Doctor Who Bargain Hunt special airing on BBC One, I think at 12:15. So I gave that a watch. I thought I might as well. It was good fun. Yeah, I liked it for what it was. It wasn't particularly Doctor Who themed. It wasn't quite as Doctor Who themed as I expected, but that's probably more to do with my expectations of it and me not being familiar enough with the format of the show. It was basically kind of like saying, go to an antiques fair and try and find items that, I don't know, like an item the Doctor would have, or an item that makes you think of the Doctor, or an item related to time and space to then, put on auction and try and make a profit from. It was that sort of idea, but there were some nice, cutaway scenes with people, the presenters in costumes and whatever, and a nice little kind of bit about collectibles as well, with some Superfam with a massive collection, with replicas, and apparently with screen-used Cybermen and Daleks as well. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but hey, he was there with the stuff, with merchandise as well. So lovely to see. It's always nice when another show does like a Doctor Who special, Doctor Who edition. So that was really nice and kind of made you feel like it wasn't just like a Doctor Who fan celebration. It was something that kind of penetrating the outside world as well, ever so slightly. We had a new preview clip from the Star Beast featuring Rose as played by Esmond Finney and the Meep as voiced by Miriam Margolyes, and we hear that voice for the first time in this clip. It's a lovely kind of 1.5 to 2 minute extended clip, so a proper sort of substantial look at this episode. A scene between the pair, between Rose and the Meep, in Rose's shed, and she's clearly trying to keep the Meep a secret, and they're kind of, they're talking. Obviously the Meep hasn't turned evil yet, so we still think it's like a cute little cuddly thing, and they're kind of talking to each other, and the Meep's playing around with like all of these toys that Rose has made herself, and then Donna comes in and the Meep has to hide, and then it kind of leads into that we saw in the trailer where she pokes it in the eye because she thinks it's an actual toy that Rose has made. So yes, go and watch it if you haven't seen it. I'll link all this stuff in the description below. Well worth a watch and really gets you excited for the Star Beast. We had the cover art revealed for the home media releases of the 60th anniversary specials. I believe that the DVD and the Blu-ray and the Steelbook are all meant to come out sort of a week or two after the specials air, I think, like after the Giggle has aired. We got, most excitingly, a look at the Steelbook. I'm not too sure who the artist is, but it looks very, very nice, albeit using kind of a lot of the images we've already seen. I think with these type of things, it'd be nice to see some new images on these every once in a while, so it's not just the ones we've already seen loads and loads. But nevertheless, this looks lovely, really vibrant and colourful, and I will definitely be picking it up at some point. We had a happy Doctor Who day from the cast and crew, from people obviously like the Doctors and the companions, so David Tennant, Ncuti Gatwa, Millie Gibson, Catherine Tate, some guest stars including Jonathan Groff and Jinx Monsoon, Bonnie Langford, we had Lenny Rush as well, a whole host of people, and also ending with some other people as well, companions and the 3 showrunners. We had a 60 Years trailer narrated by the one and only Paul McGann. Lovely to give him something to do amongst all these celebrations, the Doctor who didn't have a full tenure on screen of his own, and of course, for a voice thing like this, like a kind of narration thing, Paul McGann is the perfect guy. He's got a fantastic, irresistible voice, really works well for this. And we once again got 1 or 2 new shots out of this, some new footage. So first up, a shot of Minnie Gibson as Ruby Sunday. She appears to be on her home street with the TARDIS in the background, presumably from the Christmas special. And also from the Christmas special, a new shot of Ncuti Gatwa. This looks to be from the filming that took place outside a church, in like a graveyard or whatever, with snow and stuff. It appears to actually be the exact same shot used in the Whoniverse ident as well. So we have seen it before, sort of, but this is like a kind of uncropped version without all the filters and stuff on it. And once again, these both look fantastic, and it's so nice to have these little glimpses of future episodes and to get excited about them, because yeah, it really is exciting. We got a revised version of the Doctor lineup artwork that's been doing the rounds this year, basically since last Doctor Who Day, the one with all the Doctors, with David Tennant at the front as the 14th Doctor with a kind of blue spacey background. Now it has a pinky purpley background, and Ncuti is quite rightly at the front there as Doctor 15. Very, very nice, lovely to have that updated as we move into this new era. And last but not least, we have 2 things that were broadcast on the evening of the anniversaries. There were no actual episodes of Doctor Who or Doctor Who specials, but there was at 7:30 PM on BBC4, The Daleks in Colour, the brand new colorisation of the second ever Doctor Who serial and the first one to star the Daleks. I haven't watched it yet, I wasn't able to see it live, but from all the photos and the clips that I've seen on Twitter and things, it looks really, really great. Really looking forward to that, and there seems to be 1 or 2 surprises in store as well. Speaking of which, right after the Daleks in Colour, the BBC repeated An Adventure in Space and Time, the 2013 docudrama that was made to celebrate the 50th anniversary and tell the origin story of the show, and it was different in 1 or 2 regards. So, the bad, first of all, apparently it was missing some material to do with An Earthly Child because of the current situation with the rights to that, which is a bit of a shame. But on the plus side, we got a brand new bit of footage right at the end. And this was yet another clip of Ncuti, the final image for Doctor Who Day 2023. We have that closing scene where, in the original version, Matt Smith is present as 11th Doctor when William Hartnell kind of films his last scene, and he looks up, he sees him standing by the TARDIS console, and it kind of makes him happy and think, yeah, this show's going to go on and on, this is my legacy. and this time Ncuti has been edited into that scene for a lovely 60th anniversary edition. Now, this was rumoured. I think Ncuti kind of let the cat out of the bag at some point in some interview or something. He said he kind of filmed something alongside the First Doctor. This is presumably what that was. A lovely moment. Again, I wasn't able to watch this live, but I did manage to tune in for that moment at the end because I was so curious to see whether they'd actually gone and done this or not, and they had. What's been your favourite part of the Doctor Who Day celebrations and announcements, and how have you marked and celebrated the day yourself? I'd love to hear it down in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new for more stuff like this in the future. But otherwise, until the next one, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now.